The reason I finally divorced my husband. I, 29F, was married for almost 4 years before I decided to walk away. On paper, it looked like a good marriage. We had a nice house, steady incomes, and to outsiders, we seemed like a stable couple. People often said things like, "You two are so lucky," or "You must be so happy together." But inside, behind closed doors, it was a completely different reality. From the very beginning, my husband was emotionally distant. I'd try to talk to him about how I felt, how I needed more affection, more connection, more us. But he always brushed it off. If I said, "You don't make time for me anymore," he'd reply, "I'm busy, stop being dramatic." If I said, "I feel like I don't matter to you," he'd roll his eyes and say, "Why do you always want to fight? It's not a big deal." Little by little, I started to shrink. I told myself I was being needy, that marriage meant compromise, that maybe I expected too much. So I silenced myself. I buried my hurt. I stopped asking for love because it always made me feel guilty for wanting it. Then I got pregnant. For the first time, I thought maybe things would finally change. He seemed a little happier at first, told his family, even smiled more. And in my heart, I thought, this is it. This baby will bring us closer. But reality was cruel. At 6 months, I miscarried. The day it happened is still burned into my memory. One moment I was dreaming about baby names, tiny clothes, a future, and the next, I was lying in a hospital bed, empty, broken, and numb. I cried for days. My body ached, my heart ached, and I couldn't escape the feeling that I had failed as a mother before I even had the chance to be one. I slipped into depression. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I wanted comfort. I wanted my husband to hold me, to grieve with me, to just say, "We'll get through this together." But he didn't. When I tried to talk about how devastated I was, he said, "You're overreacting. These things happen, stop being dramatic. You can always try again, don't dwell on it." I remember staring at him, tears streaming down my face, realizing in that moment that the man I married didn't care. Not about me. Not about our unborn child. Not about the future we had just lost. That was the breaking point. The very next day, while he was at work, I packed my bags. I drove to my parents' house and told them everything. With their support, I filed for divorce. When word spread through family and friends, people were shocked. Some tried to talk me out of it. Every marriage has problems. Don't throw everything away because of one fight. You'll regret leaving. Marriages take work. But they didn't understand. It wasn't one fight. It was 4 years of neglect, of being dismissed, of being made to feel invisible. Losing my child only ripped the blindfold off. It showed me that I had been alone in this marriage all along. And if he could look at me, broken and grieving the loss of our baby, and still call me dramatic, then what was I even holding on to? I didn't divorce him because of just the miscarriage. I divorced him because I finally realized he never valued me, never respected me, and never loved me the way I deserved. Yes, I'm still healing. Yes, I still have bad days where I cry for the baby I never got to hold. But I also feel something I haven't felt in years, freedom. Because sometimes leaving isn't about giving up, it's about finally choosing yourself.